Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday night, and that means it's time for Sex on Kava. My name is Ethan Moore, and I'm doing the announcing tonight because it's actually not Saturday night, and I'm not here at Awana Kava, and I'm not with Rich Kennedy, and I'm not with Maymay Duran. In fact, we took the week off for New Year's, but that is good news for you, the listener, because we decided to bring you a special episode of the best of Sex on Kava. That's right, all your favorite bits in one place. We've got pickup lines from Creepy Greg, safety tips from Mr. Payne. Luba the sex therapist will tell us about her wacky patients. Newsgirl Maymay wants to cut off everyone's Johnson. Rusty the fisherman tells us his stories of riding on the short bus, and lots more. Plus, special appearances from Eric Rosenblum, Mike Soa, Khalil Phillips, Dan Weiss, Brett Engel, Wallonius Hatcher, Minda Moe, Dan Long, Kat Toledo, and Edwin Feliciano. All coming up right now on the best of Sex on Kava. Do you really get a lot of women, Greg? That's your thing?
I get enough, yes.
Enough? What does that mean?
It's you need to give me a...
How do you do it? How do you get the ladies? We want to know. How do you... Rich and I are listening with bated breath.
What?
We're listening with bated breath.
How do you get the girls?
Some of them are online. Some of them here at Kava.
Oh,
yeah.
People get laid here? What?
Yeah.
Rich, you told me no one has ever...
I know for sure I
Well,
have.
it's not like
okay.
I'm going to reveal everything
Yes,
as far as Kava goes, but some of them online, some of them here at Kava, some of them at other places that I'd prefer not to say out loud.
The arcade?
How do you...
Yeah, the video arcade.
No, not the arcade.
He likes the 14-year-olds, you know.
No.
So you like Miss
No, I don't
Pac-Man?
like 14 years old.
How do you entice the ladies, though? Like, how do you get them into your trap?
He wears that gamer hat.
Confident.
Okay.
Most women that I've been with, they enjoy a man with confidence.
Sorry.
I mean, you
Cannot
can
keep a
laugh all
straight
you
face.
want, but you know it's true.
He's so confident on the microphone. That,
I mean, well,
sort of hemming and hawing through the whole thing here.
no, I'm just trying to talk over you guys. That's all.
Are you? Is the passive aggressive thing? Does that work on the ladies? Is that
You got to say this.
No, aggressive.
okay?
So you tell them.
Oh, the sarcasm button wasn't on again. I'm just kidding.
So you said you
I'm
meet
sorry,
them
Greg.
online. You invite them over to play games.
No, I invite them over to fuck.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
This guy.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, I invite them over to fuck.
So if they're saying yes, are they kind of sleeping and leaving you?
Not necessarily. Usually it's, I would say 75-25.
Casual encounters.
75% is I'm sleeping with them and kicking them out of my house. 25% of it is that what you said is that I'm sleeping with them and they're leaving me.
Hump and dump.
Oh. But the one that you're kicking out of your house, are they kind of like not inviting you to their homes because they don't want you to know where they live?
Not necessarily, no.
Do you know where they live?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's known for weeks before he meets them.
No, I invite them over to fuck.
One funny incident with that was when I was visited Virginia a long time ago, and some guy came over to me, I was talking to you all from New York, no. Well, I'll tell you something, son. South's gonna do it again. And my friend says, in typical New York fashion, what they do the first time, they fucking lost.
You New Yorkers with your snappy comebacks. Yeah.
So that didn't work so good.
Yeah, it didn't work great.
Maybe you could just have a flag with that, with like a New York Yankees symbol, and it'd be like, that'd be the anti-Confederate flag.
Right.
You fucking lost.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you?
Hey, South.
You lost, assholes.
Maybe put away the battle flag of a losing fucking country that doesn't exist no more.
What do you think, Meme? Do you think they should? Do you think the Confederate flag's a good thing to be flying around Fort Lauderdale?
No, not at all.
Not at all, right?
No.
You do have that Confederate
If you see
flag.
that, it's a bad sign, right?
She has a Confederate flag
It's-
bikini, though.
What?
Oh, that wasn't.
It would be interesting if, for a black chick just to rock it, you know?
No,
Yeah.
it
It's
would
like, yeah,
not.
it's a
It would
fashion
be-
statement.
It
Yeah.
would be very. I think it's so stupid how people are trying to hold on to something that has no relevance to today, and they try to say, "Oh, it's heritage." Well, the Holocaust was heritage. You don't want to put the swastika on your shoulder and be like, "Oh, this is my."
No, you want to
heritage."
put it on your forehead. That's where, like Charlie Manson.
Yeah. I feel like
and never work again.
it's just a part of German culture. You don't understand. It doesn't mean about hatred.
No, and that's
It's like, yeah, it's about heritage. It's true.
no, it is
The
about-
heritage of owning people. That would be the heritage.
Right.
And-
Or
Well,
cooking them.
but it wasn't just about owning people, though. I mean, it's
It's true. It was also about
They said
not being so nice
no,
to the
they
Native
said it
Americans.
was
about selling them as well.
economy,
yeah,
right?
yeah, owning
It
them,
was supposed
selling
to be-
them, breeding them,
hang on.
It
making
was-
them do the work.
What'd
It
you
was
say?
supposed to be for the economic reasons, right? But slavery was the huge number
Oh,
for.
I agree with you.
So of course it's about slavery, and they just need to get rid of it and
It's
just
not.
be
It's,
over
it's
it.
not that I dismiss it or that I embrace it in any way. It's just I just feel that it's a part of American history,
Okay.
And then you need to put that in a museum. You know,
and
what I
I
mean?
agree with you.
So I'm not saying forget about it. I'm just saying don't be proud of
what
it.
are you trying to say, Greg? What do you think they should do with the flag?
I don't think it should be on display as it is now, but I do think it is part of American history as far as the Civil War.
Of course.
It is. I don't think anyone's debating that it's a part of history.
I don't think anybody's debating that it's part of history either. But the way.
So why are
the
you
way-
bringing up the point? What's your point?
The point is that people just wanna stow it away as just a symbol of a bad time in our history.
And what do you think what do you say to those people? What's your rejoinder to them?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
What do you say?
What's your reply to the people that say that we should stow it away?
Stow it away.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're trying to say it's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. That's my whole point.
He's saying it exists.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that it just exists. I'm saying that it's a part of American history.
How about this?
No one's saying that it's not a part of history.
I don't care.
I'm not sure what your point
It
is.
shouldn't be flown from a state capital. It shouldn't be
I agree with Rich.
Okay.
or a school or something like that. But
I agree with
mean,
Rich.
For those guys in the truck,
Right.
I like to know. I like to know that. I was like, okay, I'm staying away from those motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah, thanks for flying that flag so we
Sure.
know which cars to avoid.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I was like,
kind
you know
of-
what?
that
I'm not
kind
going to
of-
cut that guy off.
No.
That's what I thought to myself. I was like, I'm just going to get out of his way. I kind of pulled over like as if it was like an emergency vehicle.
Yeah.
Let's just clear a path for those gentlemen.
Yes.
But I feel like
exactly.
this is the one time America actually could learn from Germans.
Right.
Like, just not, make a huge thing about it. Just quietly put it to the side and be like, yeah, it happened, but we don't talk about it.
Well, there's many.
No, the Germans do talk about it. It's in their schools. It's called like the national shame. It's actually banned
Totally
for
banned.
them to have it. It's not allowed to be displayed anywhere, which I actually disagree with that in terms of America because I think those guys have the right to display it.
Yeah.
If they want to, it's fine. Whatever. Like I said, like Rich said, to avoid them.
Yeah.
So I kind of disagree with the Germans going so far as banning the swastika. But
look at all the stores that just decided they're not going to carry it anymore.
right, you just kind of let the market take care of that, and then but in Germany they do focus on it. In other words, like it's taught like the Holocaust and the history is taught very extensively in the schools. So people know about it.
And cross-referencing
And
to the rebel flag, that's what I'm saying is that it should be taught as far as
Right, slavery.
everything from slavery to the
Civil War.
the non-combative things that the flag represented
Right.
represented at the time.
Exactly. Like what?
Like what?
Southern pride.
Well, I think there was a lot of people in the South that didn't own slaves.
Yeah,
they
were called slaves. Those were the those are the ones that didn't own.
No, I think there was a lot of people who probably couldn't afford it. There's poor white folk.
Sure.
You mean
they were called Irishmen?
Servants?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they were in danger of becoming slaves themselves. They were like, keep that slavery shit, or else we're next.
It's true. Irish basically were slaves too. It's true at certain points.
I think you can deny it or put it down all you want. It is a part of American history.
Greg is really hammering on this. Are you looking? Part of Greg's game, he's a gamer, is he's looking to meet some
rebel girls,
some redneck chicks.
No.
Some white supremacist chicks.
No.
Going down to the compound
Daisy
there.
Dukes type chick.
Yeah, he's looking for Daisy Duke.
Yeah.
Woo. Greg's next move is he's actually going to paint his car out front like the General Lee.
Absolutely not.
And go cruising for Daisy Duke.
No, I invite him over to fuck.
Greg, what's your number one technique? What's your never fail technique that always works with the ladies?
To be yourself. Be yourself.
That doesn't work. People don't like myself.
Yeah. Strike that one. What's number two?
Be yourself.
Creepy Greg is saying. All right. What about the girl from Walgreens?
What about the girl from Walgreens?
How did you pull that off?
All I did was it was very late at night, and
you hooked up with a hot girl from Walgreens. How did that work?
It was very late at night. I was checking out, and I just asked her if she wanted to come home with me or she wanted to go out and get a drink late at night. She was like, absolutely, I get off at 1 o'clock.
Nice.
Okay.
And then she got off at 2.
And then she what?
Oh.
And then she got off at 2.
She got off at 1, and then she got off at 2. No?
No. She got off at 1, and I came back.
He's still not following.
No, that's
what
cool.
happened when you took her home?
Fucked. Did you fuck her?
Yes, I fucked her.
But did she get off?
Yes.
That doesn't matter.
Does that matter?
No, not really.
If they get off?
No.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're trying to see her again, it doesn't matter.
What do you think, Greg? Does it matter if she gets off?
For me, it does.
You get off on her getting off.
He's a generous lover. Generous lovers.
Giving.
Generous lovers.
Yes, they care.
Well, I think the two of you already pointed that out, that's one of my character defects is that I'm a generous lover.
No, I don't think we said that.
Yeah, we didn't say that about your lovemaking technique, which apparently is to fuck them. That's
Bring them home, fuck them.
It sounds too close to Buffalo Bill when you say it. That's what's scary to me. Oh, my God.
Ladies and gentlemen.
No, I invite him over to fuck.
So, okay, you met this girl, right?
At Walgreens.
You saw her at Walgreens. Was she like a cashier?
Yeah.
Yes, she was a cashier.
And you would go in there every day and you'd buy stuff. Do you buy
not every day.
Okay, no, you didn't go every day, but often.
Often.
And you would did you start buying like progressively sexier items?
No.
Or items that would make you look very manly?
No.
Just bought whatever.
Box of Magnum XL.
Right. You just ring these up, honey.
Yeah. I'm going Trudy's like water. What are you doing later?
Oh, so you established a relationship. You didn't just like her the first time you asked her, like, you want to go home with me? You've already had met her and had banter.
You had a rapport.
I don't think you would say a rapport. I would.
$3.95, sir.
Was it cold, or have you talked to her a little bit before?
Yeah, I had talked to her a little bit before.
Yeah, that is rapport, my friend.
Okay, all right.
I still give her
then
credit,
I stand
though.
corrected. That's rapport.
So you had some. You were familiar with one another, and then you just said, "Can I get your number?"
Yes.
Got her number, called her up, and that night, she came over.
No, we met at what's that place called with the green sign?
Pollo Tropical?
No.
95?
No, it's open real late.
The interstate?
Quarterdeck.
Quarterdeck.
Okay, you met her at the quarterdeck here in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And then what did you do there?
Bought her a few drinks.
How many? If you
drank till she couldn't see
25.
straight?
No,
30.
I bought her two. I'm not real familiar with the drinks.
Long Island iced tea with roofie.
Mojitos, I think they're called.
Mojito.
Right. Okay.
With a roofie.
Two of those and
50 Xanax.
No, and bought her dinner and.
Dinner too, huh?
Dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what? We fucked.
You bought her dinner. Did you eat? Did you eat or drink, or you were just sort of sitting there across the table with nothing in front of you?
No.
She's just eating.
I had a Coke and some French fries. I really wasn't that hungry.
Yeah, he just wanted that pussy.
Usually the girl is like, having just a little something, and you're eating the full meal. You flipped it.
Well, she worked a whole shift. She was hungry.
Right. That's right. Well, she's trying to get her weight up. She's got to make the fight.
Perhaps.
Right.
Or maybe she should have got her weight down.
The sumo wrestler.
You took her over in the U-Haul. You strapped on the feed bag. Then what happened?
What happened?
We went back to my house, which is only up the street.
Oh, you planned it very carefully.
Yeah.
Quarterdeck.
Yeah, quarterdeck is only up the street from my house.
How many of your prey have come through the quarterdeck? You walk in and you're like the usual. Like, yeah, sure. Go get the roofies. We'll be making the drinks now.
I would say just actually that one lately.
Okay.
Lately.
But yeah, how about not
As
lately?
of late.
Right.
As of late, yeah.
Okay. So it's that easy. You just talked and she was enthralled with you and
Greg's got game.
couldn't look away.
He is truly a gamer.
You really are a gamer, man.
He's living up to the hat.
What's the game though? What do you say to the girl? Like,
I just tell them exactly what I think.
and what was that?
That I think they're beautiful and I want to fuck them.
Ladies and
do you
gentlemen.
actually say that? Do you say like? Is there a point?
drop the F-bomb?
Yeah. Is there a point in the evening where you say
no,
let's fuck?
No, I don't say fuck. I tell them that they're beautiful and that I'd like to take them out. Would they like to go out?
Okay.
But they're already out with you.
No.
No, when they're behind the counter at a Walgreens or a Publix or whatever the case may be.
Taco Bell.
Right, the porno shop.
Not CVS, though. He doesn't
No,
go to
CVS.
No
CVS.
porno shop.
So then in the course of the evening, is it like let's go home? Let's go to my place
Should we
and
move?
fuck?
Yeah.
Do you use the F word there at that point? You're looking pretty sexy, baby. How about we fuck? Does that happen? Is that part of the? You're just grinning at me. I guess that's what. That's yes. That's a resounding yes. All right. How about some news, May? Let's do that.
All right.
Yeah, let's get off this weird subject.
Right? We gotta.
Deal with. Well, where's my music?
Oh, hang on just a second.
Anytime, Rich.
Well,
Just
we
one
have,
more
A
second.
little more dead air for us.
Just one more second, if you don't mind.
This. All right.
And now, Maymay rants on news with Maymay Durant.
Go ahead, rant.
All right. So this news comes from the Washington Post. It says, "White woman accidentally impregnated by black man's sperm
What?
Right back to
no! God damn it!
We're right back
I thought
to
we were safe.
and loses legal battle." Oh my goodness. All right, so what happened? A white woman who sued after she was accidentally impregnated with the sperm of an African American man who will be forced to raffle the lawsuit after an Illinois judge tossed out her claim against the sperm bank. Jennifer Camblett filed suit against Midwest Sperm Bank in 2014 because she was artificially inseminated with sperm from the wrong donor and gave birth to a mixed-race daughter. Now, the sperm bank apologized and refunded part of the cost, but that
I'm sorry. It's just funny.
It's just very.
It's fucking funny. I'm sorry.
well,
Refunded part of the cost. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that happen?
I mean, you should be happy that you have a baby.
Here's the black discount.
But you are expecting one color and you get a different one, and all of a sudden you just,
Yeah.
you're like, wait a minute, I ordered the BMW that was silver. Why?
Yeah.
I put the deposit down early and everything. What's
It does it after a while. It'll fade.
right?
yeah, well, it gets worse because now she's suing because the mistake caused her family stress, pain, suffering, and medical expenses.
stress, pain, suffering, and medical. What medical expenses?
Well, they had to get her like sickle cell stuff. Was
That is.
or did they try and aryanize her?
hypertension? She had to get the medication.
Or they did they tried to aryanize her,
Well,
like Michael Jackson.
her reason was that she feared that her daughter Peyton,
Painting what?
now 3, would grow
Painted
up.
black?
To be painted.
Ladies and gentlemen.
She thought that her daughter would grow up to be an outcast, so that's why she was just like, "No, this is."
She's like not a member of Outcast.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god. Anyways,
Atlanta hip hop sensation.
attorneys for the sperm bank had argued that wrongful birth suits typically apply to cases where the child is born with a birth defect that doctors should have warned parents about.
There's a wrongful birth? I heard a wrongful death. I never heard of that. Right? Well, you can sue for that. You can sue for anything. Okay.
Yeah, well, no, she's suing because it says it's a breach of warranty.
Jesus. I can only get a 90-day thing with this.
It's going to be great stories to tell the kid later on. You know, I got a discount on you.
Well, Jennifer claimed that she was unprepared to raise an African American child, and that her community had and
Just
her
stock up on the cocoa butter.
You're just going on.
I'm sorry. I can't. This one is too funny. It's too funny. It's too
I
easy.
thought you would like this one.
This is the greatest story we've ever done.
And
I also like the Midwest Sperm Bank.
yeah.
That's a good name for a sperm bank. It is. Eric, you couldn't just open up a sperm bank and just call it like Eric's Sperm Bank.
No.
Come on down and get a cup of sperm from Eric.
Yeah.
You got to name it like the Southgate Sperm Bank. I'd get sperm from there. You know,
You will get sperm from there.
It's got to be a generic term.
Come on, y'all. Come on down to Midwest Sperm Bank.
Well, she said that her family members
Confederate
might
Ed
not
Sperm Bank.
be accepting of the child of a different race.
Okay.
She is accepting now?
Not really.
The kid's going through hell.
She's like, yeah, the child's going to be victim of racism all his life from me. I'm going to be racist against.
What'd you name your daughter? Lippy.
Oh my God.
It still gets worse because getting a
Cannot get any worse.
she says getting a young daughter's haircut is not particularly stressful for most mothers, but to Jennifer it was not a routine
Just
matter
stock up on relaxer.
because
Chemicals.
her hair is typical of an African American girl.
Oh my God, that's so awful.
So mean.
That is so
Yeah,
awful.
this is the worst. This is the worst. But she sought to at least have $50,000 in damages.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like. I take my daughter to get a haircut. You know, they got that African hair. I don't know what to do about that.
I'm actually, this
It's
article
weird.
pissed me off. Like I was
It
at
is.
work.
It's awful, yeah.
Really?
She's going to be a terrible mom.
Oh my God.
Save on
her and
swimming
her
lessons.
partner.
Who's
You
her partner?
did not.
I thought I would say that.
Wait, what's that?
Save on swimming lessons.
That's
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's right.
Eric Rosenbluth.
Her daughter, she was well, on the bright side. Her daughter will have a huge dick. That's no. Yeah, 'cause
Ladies and gentlemen. But, so...
any more
Who's her
cheesy
partner?
African American references, guys?
Yeah, she's actually a lesbian, and she was upset that.
Wait
her-
a second. This dyke has got problems with a black kid?
Yeah, she does.
What's going on here? This is like so crazy.
I mean, I feel like you can't be racist and still in 2015.
Oh, you can. You definitely
but
can.
it's just like
On this
I think we just did.
Yeah, baby. No. I think it's horrible that the mom's acting like this.
yeah.
It's horrible.
Well, I mean, okay, it's human nature. It's like you're not. You got something that you weren't expecting.
Yeah.
You know, I get that, but
Here
at the
we
same
go.
time,
Even the freaking customer, right?
no. Okay, yeah, right. You're upset about. You know, you didn't get the service you were expecting from the Midwest Sperm Bank.
Yeah.
Good name, but you know,
Okay.
That's right.
First of all, they gave her half of what she paid for. I say, you know what? It was a mistake, but you still have a healthy baby.
They should have given her
She's
3/5. Sorry, guys, I can't stop. It's too many.
Ladies and gentlemen. He
stare.
actually beat me to that. 'Cause I was about to say the same thing.
Neymay's giving me a cold, hard stare right now.
So,
no, you okay? You go in there and you're expecting something, and you get something different. And I get that, but come on, she's your daughter.
yes.
Be happy. You
yeah.
have a healthy daughter.
At that
It's
point.
your genetic material. It's not even an adopted daughter, something like that. Which, if it was adopted, like who cares, right? You shouldn't really care about that kid. No,
Well,
I'm
you
just
know
kidding.
what you're getting.
That's awful. But so I'm just saying. Not only is it your daughter that like legally you're taking care of her, but also it's from your own body. You gave birth to her.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's not a good.
It's not a good enough reason to like not want your daughter
Yes.
because
And,
she's half.
Well,
black.
she's not saying she doesn't want her. She just wants money. That's the other thing too.
Yeah.
She wants $50,000. She wants to be able to pay for like half a semester of college or something for a
Yeah, but
daughter.
her reasoning is so stupid. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't take care of her hair, and she's gonna be an outcast of the family and my community. It's just like,
It's really, it's
Talk about
pretty
the pot
cheesy.
calling.
Kettle black.
go on, Eric, say what you have to say.
Say because the way she's like,
Well, here's another thing. We're all. I mean, you're genetically or evolutionarily or whatever. You're better off with more different kind of genetic stuff in the pot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's probably going to be more resistant to diseases, and
Where did
we're all
you-
going in that direction.
Where did you learn this?
I'm sorry, Adolf. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I didn't know we had Adolf in this on this.
No, this is an interesting discussion because the lady has a good case. She should be very upset.
What would happen if you were in charge?
Well, we would have taken care of the situation right away.
All right, that's enough out of you, Adolf. Let's get rid of Hitler right now.
You know that's funny shit. The whole segment's been hilarious.
That is pretty. It's pretty fucking funny. It really is. It's funny.
You should always have on your safety goggles.
We got a call from Mr. Payne from the Blue Point High School.
Yeah, that's right. I got shop class going on in the background. Guys are working on their projects. Just a little, you want to watch it when you're putting your dick in a waffle iron. The number one thing you got to worry about is lubricant, and Pam is not going to do it. You're going to need WD-40. WD-40 and lots of it because Pam is, you're not even going to get your dick out of there. Yeah, it's no good.
Now you
make sure you keep your safety goggles on, too.
You probably want to unplug the device too, or is the heat part of the is that part of the turn on? That sounds very unsafe.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the heat on, but if that's your thing, keep it on low. There's only so much you can take. All right? So just watch out for that, guys. Just a quick aside from me. And might as well put a smock on, too. Safety goggles. You don't know that oil's going to spin. Just keep it going.
It sounds like you got to get back to your shop class.
Yeah, I got to go. You should always have on your safety goggles.
Rich, can you get Mr. Payne? Is that Mr. Payne on the line?
Yeah, I'm right here, guys.
So Dan and Rick, if you don't know, Mr. Payne is a shop teacher over at Bay Point High School.
Bayport Blue Point High School system, yes. I teach shop in industrial arts.
Okay, and
my number one concern in the shop is safety.
Okay, so what about sex underwater?
Yeah, I haven't experienced this myself again, but if you don't have scuba gear or some sort of way to get air down there, I wouldn't recommend it. It's like going on a bandsaw without your safety goggles. It's just not. I don't recommend stuff like that.
If you have a scuba gear, you have the regulator in your mouth. It'd be hard to give a blowjob, actually.
Well, maybe a handy, as long as it's safe.
Would you actually have one of those wetsuits that opens in the back, like with the trap door, like the the old school pajamas?
Yeah, with the poop chute.
That's right. That would be safe.
You can do that in a pool. In a pool, yeah.
You'd probably want to get scuba certified first.
Exactly. You want to go for your certification. Learn all the safety measures.
Now, does WD-40 work underwater? Is that?
No, it will not. It will not have the same properties underwater. I'm sorry.
I was thinking, Mr. Payne, maybe you could do a promotional spot for Sex on Kava, or maybe it would be better if you did a promotional spot for WD-40. Actually, is there some sort of, because I know that's your favorite product.
Well, as far as a lubricant,
you mention it every time.
Lubricants and WD-40 has so many uses that you just can't beat it as a lubricant. And you can use it in the bedroom. You can use it in your car, or a lock that won't budge, or just about any application.
When you have those handcuffs in the bedroom.
Yeah, if you're into S&M, there's a lot of that gear gets jammed up. There's a lot of activity goes on there.
Are you into S&M?
I have been in the past.
Really?
But it's hard to say, Of course, I always establish a safe word because I'm all about safety.
What's your safe word?
Safety.
Your safe word is safety?
Yes.
Are you the one often being dominated or the one dominating?
Usually I dominate, but, in a safe manner. So I know how to use the equipment, and a lot of people are inexperienced with the equipment. So I can go ahead and do it in a safe way.
Oh, so you don't dominate because you like to dominate. You want to make sure things are done in a safe way.
Exactly.
So that's
people get hurt in these things. It's one of the reasons I got out of it. People found out I just wasn't pushing the limits enough, and I was like, because of the safety factor, I'm not going to do that. We're not here to get hurt, people. I got a switch in the shop, turns every piece of equipment off. I got the same thing in my dungeon.
Got a kill switch in your dungeon?
Yeah, and lets the cuffs go, everything.
Has any chick ever asked you to pour hot candle wax all over her?
Yeah, I've had that request, but that doesn't sound safe.
Is there any safe way to do that?
With a schmack on, a fireproof schmack. You could do that.
You wouldn't really be able to feel the sensation.
Well, these are the complaints I got. I didn't understand the essence of S&M, of the fact that they wanted to be hurt. So I was like, I couldn't understand it. I thought it was more about safety. Safety and masochism.
That was what the S was for.
Yeah, yes.
So it was a misunderstanding.
I had no idea it was sadism, which I found to be a little crazy.
Sadism is inherently unsafe. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So you had to get out of it.
I got out of it. I sold all the equipment on eBay, and I don't do that.
What's the most freaky fantasy you've ever performed?
Well, not too much into the freaky thing again with the safety. Maybe I covered a woman in WD-40, and went to town with one of the bigger dildos.
Dildo. You used a dildo. Just a standard dildo.
Yeah, no, one with had an engine on it. A Black & Decker.
A Black & Decker?
Yeah, three horse.
Do you find any uses for American Standard wire gauge in the bedroom there?
Not in the bedroom. Not in the bedroom.
Okay.
But someone did steal our American Standard wire gauge from the shop. Apparently, they thought they needed it more than we did, which I just find to be very, very aggravating.
So you're still dealing with the kids down at the high school? They're still...
Yeah, and a lot of missing items, and kids coming in high, smoking marijuana and whatnot. And I tell them that's not safe. Can't work equipment if you're all stoned.
I just like how Dan was interviewing Mr. Payne there. That was great. All right, let's let Mr. Payne go. You have to get back to your shop class, presumably.
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. There you go. I love when Mr. Payne comes on and tells us about safety. It's interesting that he didn't actually know that what the S stood for when he got into it.
He was just excited about all the equipment. Thought it was like shop class,
Safety goggles. Yeah, well, you see, I don't agree with eyeball licking because you should always have on your safety goggles. And if you're just going to go ahead and lick someone's eye, it's the whole reason to have the safety goggles. So that doesn't happen.
One thing that I forgot to mention is that I'm also a sex addiction therapist.
No, you said that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you said that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So is that like habitual masturbation or just?
That's when you actually are addicted to having sex with drugs. Like with the drugs. Like you have sex with a bag of cocaine.
That can be anything that...
sex on Kava.
That,
you have sex with the Kava.
Yes.
A bucket of Kava.
Inside the Kava.
Jump in it and jerk
extra.
off.
Yeah.
You fill a kiddie pool up with Kava and you masturbate.
Ow.
So that's sex with Kava.
So tell us about some of your lunatics.
Yeah, tell us about your weirdest,
Well,
patient.
just people who have sex addiction. I mean, it can be funny, but it can be also miserable because people get all kinds of funky illnesses, and they have broken relationships and.
Hilarious stuff. This is good stuff. But keep it coming.
All right.
You're listening to the best of Sex on Kava. If you enjoy the show, tell a friend. And of course, check us out on iTunes or your favorite Android podcast app. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. You can check out our website at sexonkava.com. And you can also write us at sexonkava@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. And now back to the best of Sex on Kava. Coming up on this segment, Pistol Pete gives dating advice. Maymay Duran tries to cut off everyone's dick, and Rusty the Fisherman tells us about his days riding the short bus. All coming up right now on the best of Sex on Kava.
Okay, how about this? What if they try to get one of the ladies home? What should they do?
I invite them over to fuck.
That's step one.
Isn't that it? I mean, I'm used to Greg method. Hasn't worked out yet.
It's a numbers game. You have to keep
He's
going.
Like, I have several restraining orders now pending against me.
Okay.
I haven't got it to work yet.
What do we do? We're at the party.
All right, Pete. So what do we do?
The party. Oh shit! There she is. Oh, she probably needs a napkin for her drink. It's a little wet. Let me get a napkin.
Yeah.
All right, hey, excuse me. I didn't know if you needed a napkin for this.
There's a lot of napkin talk. That was the secret.
Take this napkin, bitch.
You know what?
You want that fucking napkin, don't you?
I see what he's doing. What he's doing is he's letting
and then
her
you go
feel
for her friend
comfortable.
because she's been looking at you the whole damn time.
He's making her feel comfortable. Like, I noticed that you need help. Here's an assistant.
Hey,
And
sloppy bitch, here's a fucking napkin.
So you just say a lot of nonsense?
Here's a napkin.
Yeah, and then he brings a carrot with him.
Well, then I've always got a backup there. If they say no, they
pull a
get
carrot
rude.
out of your back
I say,
pocket?
well, this napkin was for your fucking bra anyhow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So napkins and
for your
carrots.
bra. My carrot's fucking weird. This isn't helping at all.
I feel like did I take acid earlier tonight? What's happening tonight?
I'm telling you.
I think you took Abby.
I took Addy.
I took Addy.
Right? Oh, my God. Pete, go over there and get one of those ladies to come talk into the microphone.
Take a bet first and how long it's going to take.
I'll give
All
you
right.
2 minutes.
2?
I'm gonna go 90 seconds. I'll go give Pete a minute
We're
and a
gonna
half.
time this too.
I invite them over to fuck.
You see how
Rich,
much
what do you say?
faith they have?
1 second. Invite them over to fuck.
Seconds. I'm down to seconds.
Just ask them if they want to come and participate in the podcast.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do. You're going to ruin my mojo.
All right, I know. Why am I giving you advice?
You know what you're
Pete,
doing.
I'm like, no, we needed to talk to the podcast. He's like, no, I'm trying to take him home. We have different goals.
You had me with the napkins. So.
You did? That worked.
That worked.
That
This is how you pick up a lady. You go invite her to the podcast.
Or you give her a fucking napkin.
First of all, you're in the back too far.
I'm too far away.
You got to be elevated. If you're
He's in the
back
queer
there.
zone.
Yeah, that's why I like it in the back.
Talk about being
All right, when are we starting?
Right now.
Right now,
Go.
the clock is starting.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you a step-by-step audio. Pete's on the move.
Pete's over there.
Took his
Whipping out the
sunglasses off.
napkins.
Should we do more news while we
Yes.
while we wait?
I don't know if we have that much time. Look at him go.
Oh my God, Pete's we're actually watching
Whipping
him.
out the carrot.
He's talking to
He's
the
got
lady.
the carrot. He's got
Oh my God, he's got her over here.
napkin,
She's
napkin,
joining.
napkin.
She's joining the podcast right now.
Oh wow.
That was fast.
27 seconds.
27 seconds.
Hi.
Rusty's here.
Guys, Rusty's here.
I'm here.
Rusty's here.
Have you ever been deceived, by like in any way by like a lady? And I don't mean like,
What do you mean deceived?
I don't know, like did you ever like you found out something different, like maybe a girl wasn't as hot as you thought, or she was like fake in some way or anything like that?
No, but I did date a girl for a while that
I know if I just throw any general thing at Rusty, he has a story, so go ahead.
that had sex with multiple men at once, more than once, and like
Nothing wrong with that.
I lost pretty much all my respect for that person. I don't know if you guys agree. I've contemplated with it a lot in my head. I think it's different for a girl to have sex with 2 to 3 guys at one time than it is with a guy to have sex with 2 to 3 girls at one time. Like, I think there's a certain.
Well, I know there's a lot
amount of,
more
like,
dicks
a
involved
lot
in one
more
situation
going on,
than the
a
other.
lot more like probably pain in the morning. A lot more with a guy. I think maybe it's more sensual, sexual. I don't know. I think it's more of like. And it took me about 6 months to realize, well, this is why I have no respect for the girl, because she's been pounded out.
Pounded out.
Multiple guys at one time, and it took me a while.
Rusty's just impatient. He didn't like waiting in line every time.
Ladies and gentlemen. These chicks both pounded out. What the fuck?
Yeah, and you could tell, too.
You could tell.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, beef curtains, right? Ladies and gentlemen.
God.
She's all pounded out back
What do you think about Rusty's view on the ladies here, May?
He's losing his Johnson.
I think
It's been gone. He's like first name on the list.
First name on the list
He's
for
pounded out.
Like, first of all, using the term pounded out, and then
May's not like Rusty.
and then like that alone, I'm like stuck on that word, like pounded out.
She was all pounded out,
Dude,
bro.
I know how this girl liked it, and she did not like it like, oh, be soft. It was like,
Pounded out.
she wanted.
Ladies and gentlemen, pounded out.
Grab me, choke
Pounded
me,
Out Productions presents.
Like, the girl she was a freak.
Yeah, but
That's
I
actually
like
the
that.
record-
I thought that was great. That was
Okay,
That's the
but-
name of
thing. I
Willonius'
was into
record
that.
label. It's Pounded Out
like pushing
Productions.
limits. But with like 3 dudes doing that at one time, like that's freaking.
yeah, but
pretty
that's
intense.
also a double standard. Because
Will
the fact
told me
that
Will told me that he wanted to try that at least once. And so
Bang out. What was it? Bang out. One
You just
chick?
want to be in there somehow. I don't know how.
No, I have a bit about that, about not running a train.
Not running a train?
Yeah.
Eiffel Towers.
Why wouldn't you run? You don't want to run a train. Why
Yeah, just because like I'm scared that when I'm busting a nut out, me and the other dudes will lock eyes.
Yeah.
and become
It's only
soulmates.
gay if you look him in the eyes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, if you busting a nut and you're like locked eyes while you're busting a nut, I think that'll be too much.
That's true.
I've done a lot of things I've never done.
At that moment, yes.
Suddenly hear Lionel Richie.
Hello. You become soulmates. So,
Is it me you're looking for?
Yeah. So I was
Is it
like,
me you're looking for?
it's too much risk.
I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
I can see it when you smile.
You should always have on your safety goggles.
my brain is unable to process this. Like,
Really?
You know why? There's
The idea that a girl
too
would
many
like that?
dicks.
Or?
Too many
if-
dicks.
I'll be right back.
Too many dicks
this was-
on the dance floor.
Yeah. Rusty's walking away here.
like in terms of my comfort zone, I'm like way out of it.
You're way out of your comfort zone. This is like when you talk about cutting off dicks. What?
Yeah.
What's uncomfortable for you?
That's right.
What's uncomfortable?
You're just blowing up your scene.
That's right.
Well, okay, it's very uncomfortable when you guys are blatantly disrespecting women. Like,
Oh, wait.
No,
I'm
when
not.
you're just like,
we're not
oh yeah, we're gonna
disrespecting
pound it
women.
out. There's gonna be 3 of us in the room, and that's disgusting. And the fact
Well,
that
Rusty said that.
and then the fact that Rusty is like, oh, I don't respect her, but if a guy does it, oh yeah, that's great. Like,
I don't think we were disrespecting women though.
No.
Well, Rusty was a little, but to be fair, but
that's why he gets laid so much.
But you can't speak for all women. You can't speak for all women because some women like to be pounded out and want 3 guys in the room.
Well, isn't feminism based on the experience of women? So right? So if some women's experience, that's some women's experience.
It's
they like to pound it out.
It's not
It's
only
about choice.
It's not only about the experience of women, but it's also about being respected as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're going to dictate to them what that means? Don't they get to decide?
So you saying that 4 people can't have sex together respectfully?
I like how it's 4.
Okay.
Forget about 3. We're going straight to 4.
Let's say
You're saying that
4.
a dozen people can't have a beautiful,
like a
loving,
nice orgy?
romantic experience?
Yeah.
No.
You're saying that.
Is that what you're saying?
You're saying
If
that.
you take that situation,
4 guys
let's go
and
back
3
to 4.
midgets.
Let's go back to 4. 3 guys
Bruce Jenner.
and 1 girl. The
Bruce
girl
Jenner.
is instantly disrespected and considered as a whore. But
Well,
for
that's
the
what Rusty was
guy-
saying, and I think that is wrong, offensive, and wrong. I mean, I'm not with Rusty on that.
Unless she's
He's
been
like,
pounded out.
If girls do,
Hey, if she's been pounded out, she's a whore.
right? That's Rusty's like, if girls do it. I mean, this is what Rusty said. Literally, he was like, well, if girls do this, they're a whore. If guys do it, it's okay.
Well,
So
they're
that's not a very enlightened feminist
the okay.
perspective. Let's say.
Exactly.
It's the okay guys that have done the pounding out, but they don't get any of the blame. They pounded her out. She's a whore now, but they're okay.
They're okay.
Yeah. No, they just pounded her out.
So what's a respectful way to
Just trying to say pound
it out with a female, in your opinion?
A respectful way to pound it out.
How about not changing your opinion on her because
You got to beat it up like a feminist will.
I hate
How
you guys so much.
does a feminist want a pussy beaten up?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the girl. I mean, it's her choice and how she wants her vagina being treated. However,
So she wants 4 dicks in the same vagina.
The problem with being a feminist
Quality.
is people change their views on you because of your choice and what you want to experience.
Yeah.
So if a girl does want 3 or 4 guys in a room with her, that's her choice. But when she walks out the room, she's already labeled as a whore.
Well, right.
Not necessarily.
Did you
Well,
not
by
hear what
Rusty.
he
By
said?
Rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's one guy.
That's true.
Not
Yeah.
all guys.
I'm
like,
going to disagree.
Yeah.
With Rusty.
If I was pounding out a chick with 3 other dudes, you know, like afterwards, I get her a towel or something, maybe, you know, so you can go use the shower now.
Yeah.
And then later,
open the door.
Chick was a fucking whore.
You open the door. You open the door for her. You know.
That's right.
Open
Kick
the car.
her out.
Open the car door.
Push
and it doesn't like us.
Throw some money at her.
You know, at the end of the day,
Get out of here, you whore.
It's not about what.
I voted for Hillary.
It's about what, you know, the female thinks or you think. It's not about what the guy that's pounding you out thinks.
The guys pounding it out.
Yeah.
And you see why I want to remove all Johnsons.
Right.
Like, you see...
I liked it when Mr. Payne was talking about dildo care.
No, but it's not. I just feel like
Main
it's not
thing
so
you
much-
want to take in mind when you're pounding it out is that, you know, you got to use the proper lubrication and you have to have the right tool for the job, you know. So, like, maybe one guy's pounding it out on the pussy and the other one's got the ass. Someone's taking the mouth, right? And if there's more than 3 guys, you want to get some handies going.
How do you decide who gets to, you know, in what order?
Well, you want to take turns, number 1.
Draw straws, or
Yeah.
that's a fair way to do it.
Yeah. Pound it out.
What's the best lubrication to use in that situation?
WD-40.
Wouldn't you want to go with a water-based rather than a petroleum-based
No,
lubricant?
petroleum-based when you're dealing with 5 dicks, because you're really pounding it out at that point.
but I heard that those kind of lubricants can actually dissolve the condoms, or I guess we're not using.
Oh, we're not. You're beyond condoms. You're in Thunderdome now. You're just pounding it out.
Well, should we at least have our safety goggles on?
Yes, definitely, because there's going to be a lot of cross shots with the semen, and you want to keep your eyes down too, gentlemen. Don't lock eyes, because then you start to hear Lionel Richie.
Become soulmates. That's Bill said.
Safety goggles, keep the eyes down, and pound it out.
I just like the way he says goggles.
Goggles.
Safety goggles. That's right. A little semen splash there. Protect yourself.
When the semen starts splashing, have those safety goggles on.
So safety first with Mr. Payne, right?
Absolutely.
That's the first thing when you're...
Later on, you want to get some paint thinner and, put it on the lady. Wash her down good.
Why paint thinner?
I don't know. It's clean. Some sort of a...
Like turpentine?
Yeah, turpentine, rubber down.
Is that what? That's part of the chivalrous code, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
And then you want to kick her out the car door. Pound it out.
Yeah, pound it.
May is Mr. Payne safe from your wrath?
Absolutely not.
No, Mr. Payne's just another guy. That's the thing what I like about him. He seems like he comes to you as he's your teacher.
Yeah.
So he's got to make sure you're doing the right thing. And he seems like an authority figure.
Right.
But he's also a guy.
Yeah, I like to have a good time, too.
You pound it out. Everyone's
pounding it out.
Rich can't stop laughing. It's fucking funny.
As a feminist, would you rather be the pounder than the poundee?
I'm not answering that question.
I don't need your fucking sympathy, man. I need my fucking Johnson.
That would make it easier for May to chop off our dicks.
I said we cut off your Johnson.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. How did you have that clip ready? Holy God.
Because this is an ongoing campaign that I'm running.
To cut off their penises?
Damn,
well, not
I said
only...
we cut off your Johnson.
We are La Bear adjacent, too. You could do so much dick cutting.
Right. There's a lot of Johnsons.
Yeah. It's not just their dicks. It's pretty much world mankind.
You want to cut off all the penises?
Well,
She's been advocating for this. I know. Thank you. I
Oh my God.
I like the note of
I'm
incredulity.
shocked.
Hold on. Let me explain.
Let her make her case.
Yes, yes.
Exactly.
I need some Kava right now.
It's a very sane and rational
Okay,
case.
what
I'm
it
sure.
is that in order for us to have world peace, Dan, you could jump in and agree with me.
Okay.
In order for us to have world
Or don't.
peace,
You don't
we
have
to. We have to cut off man penises.
Okay.
That's the only way to have world peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. May Duran.
Hold on.
It is
So
flawless.
You said to perpetuate world peace, we
Yes.
must cut off penises.
You really can't
Yes.
argue with that logic.
Is that because you're trying to end the population in order to create peace?
No,
What's the theory behind this?
Okay.
I'm really confused.
All right, don't worry. Okay, first of all,
Because I really like penises, so it really scares me when someone says to get rid of them all.
There's still,
Like, what would I
Yes,
do?
thank you.
Okay,
Thank
there's
you.
still going to be penises. All right,
Are they going to be real or like robotic? Or
they're going to be
like
real,
prosthetic?
but they're mostly for science.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. I don't want to lose you yet. For instance, there's going to be a trial for every man out there with all their past, relations, and they have to determine whether they can keep their penises or not.
Wait. They
What
determine
is the
it
criteria?
themselves?
No.
There's
Like,
a
for
panel
instance,
of sorts, I would
It's
imagine.
like a panel
Right.
of like men and women, whoever you slept with during your lifetime.
So if you're good at sex, you get to keep it, and if you're bad at it, it's off?
It's off.
Oh, you never brought this up.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was like,
This is a whole-
sexual prowess.
Okay, so are you good at sex or?
I'm
horrible.
And it's off.
Wait, so this is
because we're bad at it. We don't
It's not
continue.
only it's not only about performance, but it's also about like how you treat it, how you treat women.
your
Do you have
wiener?
to have like a certain GPA is what I'm asking as far as
Right, what are the criteria?
like
To
a C
extend-
plus up like
to extend better humans on the world, then yes.
What about Creepy Greg? If he...
That's automatically
Hold
off.
on,
He doesn't get a
question.
trial.
I invite
Doesn't
him
get
over
the
to
pass
fuck.
go.
Creepy
Collect
Greg-
$200.
Creepy
nothing.
Greg invites you over to fuck.
Yeah.
And then
what happens after that?
I invite him over to fuck,
and then I suppose
You haven't met
cut off your
Creepy Guy.
Johnson.
Is that off?
Okay, hold on. So
I said we cut off your Johnson.
is there also a vagina panel that's going to occur for people who are we getting rid of
Surprisingly
vaginas?
I mean,
not.
Yes,
I
oddly-
have to.
Because I know a lot of women who don't deserve their vagina. I mean,
That
if we're
is
just going
true.
to start taking sexual parts away, we should be equal opportunity castrators,
I
right?
find this whole
Exactly,
thing to
yeah.
be macabre and
What do you
disturbing.
do? Fill it in with cement?
Yeah, you could like
You
stitch
do
it up.
know.
I don't need your fucking sympathy, man. I need my fucking Johnson.
Did what happened? Did May cut off anyone's Johnson?
No,
while I
we
was
started getting off into Caitlyn Jenner
She
somehow.
keeps pointing to me like I agree with it, and it's like, yeah, obviously we should do it. Like I want to
Exactly.
pursue other things, like
Yes.
other than just
There's
sex.
so
I
many-
want to get into
I mean,
scrapbooking and stuff. Like it's
Think
just-
about all the
cut out
pressures
sex,
that's going to be
like-
off of you once
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I could.
And
could
it's
do
not
anything,
totally
man. I
gone
could,
because you
like-
said you can keep the testicles in a little leather
Okay,
pouch.
you
around
have an
your neck.
option. You have an option: total castration or just chemical, medical.
All I can tell, I don't know what happened while I was gone, but all I can tell is that we have an advocate in Minda.
Advocate, I'm horrified.
She thinks I mean on the side of the penis.
Oh my God, I'm
Pro
horrified
penis.
by her entire plan.
And I just have to say that every single person that Meme has brought this up with has been pro penis.
Because
so
you're
I'm
the
so
one-
relieved.
You're the one that's
Because
choosing the
I'm-
people that have to be on the podcast. If I chose, then a lot of females would
She'd
be
have
like,
Andrea
Is this a-
Dworkin.
no,
off with the dicks.
That's true because a lot of the girls that have come on have agreed in the beginning. They agreed right away out of some sort of
I never agreed, for the
sisterhood.
record.
Minda is the first one.
It's just horrible.
It's just like, this is
I feel
really-
like, is this like a Hillary Clinton plan? Like, is this off the HillaryClinton.com?
I'm trying
think
to
it's a
get
nihilist,
contact with her to
Yeah.
give her my ideas,
Oh,
but
yeah, why don't you throw that one out there? She won't win no matter what with that one.
Hillary
Oh,
only wants to
please,
cut off
she
one
will.
penis, which is Bill's. That's the only one.
I don't know, man. She's been riding that shit all the way to the White House.
That's
I
a
don't know
good
why
point.
she'd cut it off now.
Good point.
Yeah.
just because she's married to it doesn't mean she's riding it. So
I don't need your fucking sympathy, man. I need my fucking Johnson.
Who do I have to vote for to not get this to happen? I feel like Trump
How
would not support
Donald
this.
Trump
just like
doesn't-
any-
First of all, you
definitely
believe-
would not allow penises to be cut
Right.
off.
This is something that is
okay, but you guys are being too emotionally attached to it. I'm not saying your penises. I'm just saying penises in general.
I'm gonna
This
support.
is
Got to shoot mine.
You know, first they came for the penises of the Jews, but I was not a Jew, so I said nothing. Then they came for the penises of the trade unionists, yes, but I was not a trade unionist, so I said nothing. And when they finally came for my penis, there was no one left to speak up for me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
I do
Okay.
think this is
All right.
it's a slippery slope.
All right, how about
slippery
this?
slope.
How about
That's
this?
what it
Because
is.
we're thinking about America. Let's say that we're just taking penises away from people like ISIS. Are you okay with that?
Well, yeah, but they're not giving anything up.
I'm just going to say, as a general principle,
Well,
in terms of human rights, this is bad. No matter, even if it's a bad person you're doing it to.
So you are for ISIS. All right, you just
Yeah, I'd like a
that's exactly what you're
pro-ISIS.
promoting.
Why are you pro-ISIS?
I just pro penis, you know. It's like the Pope, you know. He says the death penalty's bad, even if the person did it. Just anti-death penalties. I'm anti-penis penalty.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm, by the way, you're talking about voting.
Staunchly.
I am a one-issue voter on this. I will
Yes.
vote for anyone who does not support this.
Yeah.
2016, you guys, let's make it happen.
I don't need your fucking sympathy, man. I need my fucking Johnson.
What do you think about this, Cat? Maybe he wants to cut off everyone's dick.
I said we cut off your Johnson.
For science.
I don't know. I think that's a green comic.
Oh.
All comics, when you start out, how long have you been doing comedy for?
A year.
I mean, you're not that green, but
Yeah, you should
you'll-
really be moving through this material. into something new.
you'll get out of your dick cutting phase. I don't know. If you just want to shock someone, then that's the thing to say. But
Not shocked. It's for
Well,
world
she's been
peace.
selling it for the last 4 months as an authentic proposal.
sounds too jokey to take serious. Like, how can you seriously believe that cutting people's penises off would create world peace? It would create hemorrhaging and really weird.
I think
If anything, testosterone, maybe balls could be a little bit more.
No, let's not give her ideas because we have to do this podcast every week.
Eunuchs are considered holy at a wedding, and they're useful people in society in India.
And they have great characters in Game of Thrones.
I haven't seen
Eunuch.
it, but I know that in the ancient world there were some very important eunuch advisors to emperors and people like that.
Yeah,
see, and now they're gone.
Once you
and
get to
our
keep your
world's sad.
testicles, they make them into a little
It's
necklace.
fucked up. There's no. It's saying cutting dicks up is the same as guys saying like cut some tits off.
Yeah, it's
or
macabre.
cutting clits up. It's like not.
Of course, you agree with
It's,
it. Cause,
no, it's scary. It's terrifying. No, I think
because you're emotionally involved.
I'm attached literally to my penis, but I think it's a bizarre and macabre suggestion. Like it's okay. So one time, this girl told me that she was like she didn't live here and she didn't live in the same city as me, and so then she came to visit and she was like, I wish I could cut your dick off and bring it back with me. Now, I was like, that's terrifying. That's like disturbing to me because it's like I guess I know what you're trying to say, but that's not the right metaphor. That you want to, you know what I mean? Like, because why would you suggest that?
Exactly.
You know, and she was like, I bet you want to cut my pussy off and keep it here. And I'm like, no, I don't want to cut your pussy off.
No
And
mutilation.
how would that even work anyway? It just wouldn't work.
You should
How
check
do you get
out,
that on a plane?
If you want to really step into the feminist zone, there's this great performance artist named Kembra Fowler, and she and her group have they it's like the 13 points of feminism or whatever, and one of them is to relieve men of their role as protector and predator, and that's like a big one because that like lets them chill out, and technically like the identity they've attached to their penis gets detached,
But that's a like sort of sexual, social, psychological kind of identity. We're not literally talking about detaching the penis.
I know, but detaching the things associated with it would be a good idea.
Well, Meme, would that fit into
Would
your
that be
proposal?
enough?
Yeah, would that be sufficient to satisfy your thirst for
what protector provider?
No.
No protector provider.
I just want to know why this is something that you want to advocate for months and months on the podcast.
Are you a virgin?
She claims to not have a vagina, so
Yeah.
we could dig into that.
I don't have a vagina. Is this a Star Trek thing? Wait a second. Wait a second.
Yeah, that was on episode. Which episode did
It
you
was an
write,
episode
Kat?
you wrote.
Wait a second. Are you a hermaphrodite? And do you have a penis that you want to cut off? So
Oh, projection.
Oh.
Yes.
No.
Maybe it does have a vagina.
No, everything is all smooth. It's like a Barbie down there.
This sounds like an invitation or something.
Rich
to find
is
out.
laughing. Rich is overcome over here.
I don't need your fucking sympathy, man. I need my fucking Johnson.
I'm down. If it still gets hard and you don't have balls that are hairy, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
I'm shaving tonight, everybody.
Okay,
You're gonna have a good one.
So, Meme, you're halfway there. You have someone who's saying cut off the balls, not the dick.
Okay. I can work with that.
She's gonna. Meme will.
Well, it still helps science. Is what I want to know.
Yeah, because I thought the penises were going to help science. Are the balls going to help?
You know what? The balls will help because that's where the sperm home is. So we'll just chop all that off.
Give them to.
We'll make it a fashion statement.
Back up the dump
With some
truck.
earrings.
It's going to be full of balls. The balls are going to be rolling down, rolling all over the place.
Got a few 18-wheelers full of balls for science. Where do you want them?
Do you think it'll make the man more aerodynamic?
Where do you want these balls?
For the maker of truck nuts.
That's it.
There you go. They're truck nuts.
Literal truck nuts.
A truck full of nuts. That's right.
Rusty's here.
Guys, Rusty's here.
I'm here.
Rusty's here. No, he'd just like to take you in small doses. It's like, yeah, you kind of do miss Rusty. Where's one of his great stories? And then he keeps going on, and now you're on your 30th story, and you're like, I wish this guy would get the fuck out of here.
Right. Yeah, Rusty, give us a short one. Tell us about the guy with the snake. Tell us about the time you wrote
the snake story.
And you did you actually ride the short bus? Is that true?
I did not lick the window though.
Yeah.
So that's a yes. He rode the short bus. Did not lick the window.
Not lick the window. I never rode any bus ever, but if I was to ride a bus, it'd probably be the short bus.
And
but I would never lick the window.
Tell us about the kid with the whip.
Okay, this is. I had a kid. And
So where did you go to school? What kind of school was this?
It wasn't in school. It was in the neighborhood I lived in.
Okay, it was in the neighborhood.
This is an after-school story.
Okay.
It's an after-school special.
At the time, I was in probably 3rd grade.
Okay.
Whatever, something like that. So there was this kid.
This is Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale. Davie, actually.
Okay.
That's where this is going on.
Yeah.
And there was this kid, retarded Zach, that lived in the neighborhood. And
those were better times.
He
really.
was like he was full on like something going on.
It was a tot. That's why he was in the tot cart.
Down syndrome. It wasn't. It was something. Whatever.
It was a retard.
So my mom was always like, be nice. He came to all the birthdays. So.
Yes.
The movie Catwoman came out.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys remember Catwoman.
Yes.
Was that Halle Berry?
Sure was.
No, before it was the original
Eartha Kitt?
Catwoman.
What?
I don't
No, it was Halle Berry.
I think it was
In the 90s.
You guys gonna let me tell the fucking story or what?
Well, we're going to interrupt, but keep going.
Jeez.
This is a dialogue. Come on, man.
People are all confused. The listeners are like, just tell the story.
All right.
Keep
Go ahead,
interrupting.
Rusty. You have the floor, sir. I yield my time to you.
Yes.
So-
I yield my time to the gentleman of Davie.
The balance of my time to the distinguished gentleman from Davie.
Go for it.
All right. So retarded Zach apparently went and saw Catwoman, the movie.
Correct.
So he comes out. Me and my friend, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Two-Story John because he lived in a two-story house. My mom called him Two-Story John. You're going to Two-Story John's house. So
living the dream.
So me and John are doing something outside, and here comes retarded Zach, and he makeshifted a Catwoman outfit. The everything, the whole nine,
A
and
mask.
his whip was like this 10-foot long rubber snake, a black rubber snake. And
What was the uniform, or what was the was it spandex or what?
no, I don't think he went that far. I think he just had like
A black
something around
garbage
his
bag?
head. He had like the thing around his
The
head.
Hamburglar mask?
Yeah,
The Lone Ranger mask?
I mean, I don't. The only reason I think we knew it was Catwoman because he was walking up and he was
made it
whipping
clear.
the whip, and he's like, "I am Catwoman. I am Catwoman." We're like, "All right, cool." He's like, "All right, cool," and he's just walking up, and thank God, I was on the latter end of the two of us, me and my friend. He was about 20 feet in front of me, closer to retarded Zach walking up. and retarded Zach is whipping this whip, and none of us ever thought that he was going to whip any of us. And man, sure enough, dude, he got to my buddy and just started whipping the shit out of him, dude.
No
I mean, on his
way.
back, the kid's screaming, yelling, he's running, retarded Zach's running after him. I'm like, holy shit, retarded Zach's going crazy with this snake. And, yeah, that was that, man. It was...
I'm Catwoman! I'm Catwoman!
And then what happened?
I really don't remember.
Come on.
It was... I don't remember.
Did he
what
catch anyone with that whip?
I think maybe he got, like, yelled at, but he's retarded. What do you do? Like,
I'm Catwoman!
Did you go to
That
school with
was
this
bad.
guy? Did you go to school with this guy?
I went to school with him in high school, actually. I didn't see him. I moved out of that neighborhood, and I didn't see Zach until my freshman year of high school. And
he was still Catwoman.
Let me guess. He was valedictorian. You were salutatorian.
I'm valedictorian!
I didn't graduate high school. I left.
Did he?
But he did. I did.
Did he graduate?
I don't know.
He graduated, didn't he, Rusty?
was a school
You couldn't make it, but retarded Zach got through.
He was in some special program. Something.
Who's retarded now, Reggie?
That school had a program for deaf people and.
Tell
all
the
kinds
story
of-
about the deaf kid giving an oral report. That was a good one.
So the school that I went to was there was the principal used to say there's no minorities because there's so many different cultures. Pretty much it was predominantly black and Spanish school, and
so there were those
pretty
minorities.
entertaining. A lot of motherfuckers just didn't give a shit about anything that came out of their mouth or whatever. So there was a deaf program there, and there was quite a few deaf kids, and I was in the lower end of the
deaf class,
the placement. You have advanced, you have advanced, and that's way up here, and I was like
You were
way down there,
The slower.
I was in there with the deaf kids.
Okay.
For some classes.
That academics was not your strong
So apparently, when your battery is going out on your hearing aid, it makes a low pitched sound that's like high pitched, like.
Correct.
And so this kid gets up there. And he's like, we got to do like a
This
oral
is the best part.
presentation.
Oral report from a deaf man.
Because he can kind of talk a little bit.
I'm just walking again. I'm just walking and drop down the cherry tree.
He's up there giving this oral report that, like,
Rich, you're alienating our deaf listeners right now.
Yeah. You kind of hear every few words. But the whole time he's doing it, it's like,
yeah, that's even better.
And then there's this kid in class. He's like, "Hey, Tyler, your fucking battery's going low, man. You need to fix that. That shit's really annoying, man. It's bothering the shit out of somebody." And he's like, and he didn't say anything back. He kept doing his report. And he's like, "Come on, man. For real. You need to fix that shit. We need to get some battery." Like, and this is how he's talking. And then the deaf kid started yelling back at him.
I can't hear what
He's like, "What? I can't do anything." And I guess he said the wrong thing to the kid, and the kid just ran up in the middle of class and just boom, knocked him out.
How great is that?
And I was like, it's pretty freaking awesome, actually.
Did you think that this
20 years later, I'm telling the story.
Did you think this was strange at the time?
No, I didn't at all. Not even a little bit.
This is the best thing about these stories is that Rusty had no concept that these were unusual stories
No.
until he started telling them. We were like, "Holy shit, dude, that's fucking ridiculous."
This is Ethan Moore. You've been listening to the best of Sex on Kava. We hope you enjoyed hearing it as much as we enjoyed making it. Before I go, I just want to make a special announcement. Saturday, January 9th, we've got a special Sex on Kava show we're doing just for you. It's called Sex on Kava Live. It's a combination stand-up and podcast experience with audience participation, games, and live stand-up comedy. We want you to be a part of it. So come on out to Awana Kava Lounge, 2762 East Oakland Park Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Saturday, January 9th at 10 p.m. And you can be on Sex on Kava Live. The show is free because this is an experiment. We're going to try it for the first time ever. Do a little live show for everyone in the Kava bar, and we'd love to see you there. So without further ado, this is Ethan Moore saying thanks for listening to Sex on Kava. Hope to see you Saturday, January 9th. And boolah.
Chicks around this place no more, man. It's like a sausage race. You gotta use your eyes, brother. Right there.